Hi, friends.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
Happy 100th episode.
I can't believe we made it.
I thought we fucking ended this a while ago.
We talked about this, but I thought you would. I thought you would have.
I didn't think it would last this long. I'll be honest.
It's because of a one fan.
Right.
Ashley makes us feel guilty when we're not here.
Right. She's like, oh, bitch, you're late.
We're like, I like literally on a Thursday when I don't come, and I'm like, oh, I'm letting her down. I'm so bad.
No podcast tonight? What do you mean?
I know.
100%. How was your week?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Out of everyone, I'm being serious now. I know a lot of people, they've heard our relationship. Only Ashley.
Out of everyone.
But
Ashley and her 6 views a week.
Yeah.
7 views a week.
But I'm going to be honest with you. When I look back, Ashley's the last person I expect to be religiously watching us. Like, I'm serious. But again, you know her way better than I do, because I feel like I saw a different side of Ashley when she was younger. Yeah. And I would never think, I would just be like, she would have already been like, this is annoying. Like, I would turn this off.
I don't think she'd think it would be annoying, but she's not a podcast person. Like, she doesn't like podcast. So, like, I don't think she would last as long watching either, but here she is.
I know.
Thanks for providing my Thursday night entertainment.
Right, yeah, no.
Anytime on a Thursday night at 7 p.m. Except for the times we have to
cancel. She's like, it's so much better than porn. I've seen most of it. I mean, reading. But no, that's the last person I just expect.
Yeah.
I just think our sense of humor and the way I always like laughed and joked, and she would kind of get annoyed at me of just always listening.
Yeah.
But yet I want to give like a really thank you, because I feel like of everyone who
little baby heart. Little baby heart.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. I thought you were doing something else. I was like, oh.
Little baby heart, something to take the edge off.
No, I
love you with all of my heart.
No, I do want to give a really shout out, because it's really nice that I feel like No, wait, I watch what. No, I want to watch what I say around you, because this could get really bad.
Oh, no,
I feel like I fixed some bridges for me.
Yeah,
because I feel like even though I joke with you, I feel like she's part of this, because she hasn't really missed many. I think she's only missed like 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
fake fan.
Yeah, but it does matter, because you're talking about when she was younger, didn't even want to be in the same house than me. So
from me,
yeah, she hated you the most.
Probably. I was a bitch to her.
Really?
Only because I didn't like her being the mom.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because she was a mom and she wasn't my sister.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And she was like old enough for like. Sammy and I were close in age, and we shared a room, so like we had like our click thing.
Yeah, like a bond.
And then Ashley, like, I mean, I feel bad now, obviously, but
yeah,
I feel like I'm closer to Ashley now than I am Sammy.
Yeah, she scares me.
Sammy.
Yeah. No, I don't even see her anymore.
Yeah.
But no, actually that's the weirdest thing. Like, I actually thought Sammy would be the one who'd be watching and being like, "Oh God, I love," because she was always part of all the jokes when you guys used to sleep over with Marin and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I felt like we had like a little team thing. It was like, your older sister hates me. Yeah.
They were playing the Lego game.
Yeah, playing music,
dancing to music.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's a piece of me that I'm kind of glad that we're doing something and she's included, because I always, since we've gotten older, well, actually, you guys got older. I know I did too, but
like, I didn't age one bit.
I'm
still 30.
I'm still 13. Come on,
mentally or physically?
Mentally.
That's pushing it.
12. Okay.
I was gonna say 11 best.
It's nice that there's that she joins us and laughs at stuff, or at least I think she laughs.
Sammy's ADHD won't remember when your podcast is. True. I mean, she could set a timer like you did, but just saying.
I didn't try to kill that sister. I did try to kill your little sister.
Yes.
by giving her pizza.
Didn't work, huh? Here she is, still there. Just kidding.
So we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for our 100th episode. First we're going to have this, like, everyone was going to come, and we're going to do one giant game night, and
then nobody could come.
And then
it's been one of those weeks, you know. We're in a dry spell right now. Nobody can come.
Yes, exactly. Does Brian have to wait 5 hours?
You tried to kill me with the Rice Krispies treat.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I did. Oh no, I forgot about that.
When are you gonna try and kill me? Am I next?
Hey, wait a minute. I did save her though.
You did.
I did.
You saved Sammy too.
So technically, I did save you, Ashley. So, I love the fact that after I saved,
I didn't get a text about game night. Well, we couldn't get anyone, so don't worry.
Well, what happened was, okay, going
Speaking
back to
game night, we didn't get together with your mom.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
We've already talked about.
Yeah,
we already talked about that. We just have to come up with a date that you guys can.
We gotta schedule it.
So we were. Okay, so when we talked about game night, I know because we got 3 conversations here. You're real good at that. We started with the call. We did the whole, Shannon. We tried the Brian. We started, like we went.
I even asked Kelsey. She's like,
if
you asked me
and then
5 minutes before, I would have been able to. But
yeah, but then Matt, it was like the dominoes kept falling, and it was like once we got to a certain point, it was just like, okay, well, we needed so many because we wanted to play a particular game that we needed so many people. And it was like, okay, we went to the people that we know was like money. And they weren't money. They were like, so. And speaking of that,
actually, you can't play with us because you have to watch us. She said she's still afraid of Rice Krispies.
Just for the thing, I actually never laughed at any of my jokes. Ever.
Because she dies when she dies.
Like, no, she was at that age. I'm just going to say it was at that age. But I said something, and I don't remember what it was.
I was in the shower. And you're like, Shamu! Save some water for the restaurant.
Because your mom was saying you were in the shower for almost 20 minutes now.
Yeah.
And
it was a full body wash. We had the hair. We had the body. I was probably 10, you know?
I was at that age where we needed a little bit longer in the shower.
Right. I just needed time to contemplate my life because I had so much on my plate. The world was ending daily.
Was Justin going to be brown hair, blonde hair? Was he ever going to get tattooed?
Right.
And I banged on the door, and then I said the Shamu, and I turn around, and your sister goes to laugh, and she starts to choke, and your mom, like, is laughing but not laughing. Like, all of a sudden goes, oh no. And, like, I ran behind your sister, and I gave her the Heimlich. And I was like, I saved you. And the first thing I went, you're the one who tried to kill me. I didn't
She needed time to play portions. Oh, yes. that is true. You got to mix them all together, see what happens.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Duh.
I did that. And I left it. But I left it in a container that my dad used. So my dad poured it in his hair. And you could hear him 3 houses away screaming.
What did you put in there?
You have to, in my head, okay?
Go ahead.
I put shampoo.
Yeah.
Now remember what year this is.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about mid 80s, probably, maybe a little, early 80s. Mm-hmm. And I put conditioner, so you didn't have to.
2-in-1, perfect.
2-in-1, because I was way before that. See, I was onto something, right? And I put some lotion in it, because then you'd be lotioning your skin. Perfect idea. A little shaving cream, so you could kind of, like, in case it comes down to your face, you could shave at the same time. By the way, I had about a good strong 5 to 6 ingredients in this thing, and all of them made sense until you poured it out.
That's just like
no, because I put a little
chunky?
Water. No, it was chunky water. But I left it into the container that my dad had, because he had shampoo left, and it was just a little bit.
Right.
So I was like, oh, perfect. I don't have to like steal it because it's just a little bit right there. But he hadn't taken out the new one yet. So he thought when he picked it up and it was like heavy that, oh, that was the new one. Oh, yeah. That was so bad.
You're lucky to be alive these
I
days.
am. What the hell is this stuff? Thank God there was no Nair anywhere.
Yikes.
Now, you got to talk.
Nared it.
That's why he has like 2 pieces on his head now. Oh, no, I remember.
From all the potions.
Oh, I got so much trouble for that. Oh, God. I got yelled at. I don't remember getting hit. I just remember being like, oh, you're grounded. Can't do this. Can't do that. Can't do this. What would make... And did your parents do the... What would make you think this is a good idea? And you're just like... I don't know. It just sounds so logical here. Like in my head, but you don't say it out loud. Like, well, see, we're from different generations. Like, I'm from the generation you didn't say. You just went...
We were just hit a lot and screamed at. We didn't have a chance to say anything, so they didn't ask us any questions. They just like.
Yeah. I had the yell at, and then I had the what were you thinking? What were you thinking? What? How asinine? I feel like I know that word so well because how asinine can you be? How could you even think? And I'm like, 11, going, well, it made sense. Sounded good. Like lotion. Well, lotion's good. I always think of that French commercial when not commercial, that show when he's eating, like he's like, oh, custard good, meat good, and I always thought that way, and I always laugh at that one because I was like, oh, I thought that way when I was a kid. I was like, oh, lotion good, shampoo. I think they used Perk back then. I was like, Perk good, like everything was good, conditioner. You put it right after you wash. What's the big difference? Yeah. What's the difference? And of course, there is a difference, but. And before everyone goes, what are you talking about? But that was before they had 2 things.
Yeah.
Now they have like 5 in 1 where they didn't have that. So yeah, we could have marketed.
It's still terrible for you, but yeah. Although I have a client who I'm not gonna out her out on here. No. She was like, oh, I got 5 things of shampoo for $1. I was like, yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
I get those too. I get those all the time. Like, is there any way we could get something cheaper? And it's like, yeah. I washed my dog with this stuff and it stinks like the next day. I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when it's $1.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did not see that one coming.
I hated when I was a kid, you get what you pay for. Like, I hated that line. But then as I got older, it was like, yeah, you really do get what you pay for. And every time, like, that's like dollar store. Like, your parents would bring you to the dollar store or whatever. And they were like, the only good thing there, you want toys? And you're like, yeah. And like, second you take it out, it's like, you're like, oh, this was crap.
The thing that the dollar store is good for is going to get candy before a movie.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we all have the movie theater.
Or you know what I like too is the they have a Tupperware thing. They have an area that's just a bunch of Tupperware, and if you're looking for like a particular size Tupperware, like you don't have to
get like a big thing of them.
Yeah, like you don't have to get like the whole thing. You can just be like, I want the extra large. I just need the extra large.
Yeah, for this $1
thing. It's like $1.
I'm never going to see this.
Yeah, and you don't care. You don't care what happens to it, and it's $1.
They have some good storage.
And then you just like grab stuff, and then like if you get that pizza stain on it, or like to me, you're like, yeah, it's $1. I can buy another one if I need it.
It's $1.25 now.
Yeah, well, still. I mean, yes and no to that.
Their storage is good. Yeah,
their storage is good. And
the card section, that's where I get my card. Because it's $2 for $1.
Hey, no, hey.
$1.25 now.
Yeah, true. Or cleaning supply. Like if it's like going to one of those, they have those, you have to really read it because I don't know if they still sell it, but at the Dollar Tree, they used to do a concentrated one where it was like this big, but it was concentrated. So you mixed it with water and it was like double. It actually wasn't bad if you're doing like a huge project and you're just like, whatever. Like, I mean, if you're doing like a real like spring clean, then no, don't do that. But if it's like a, like your house is already like the floor is already clean and you're just kind of just going over it,
Mm-hmm.
then you don't need $1 million thing.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got like really, really amazing floors you're taking off like
Yeah, I don't care about my floors that much, so they only get that good scrub like every once in a while.
Every like 10 years. We're still waiting for the 10-year delay.
I watched them the other day. Fuck you.
So we didn't know what we were gonna do.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, your mom too.
Oh yeah, Mom. Mom and Mom.
Mom squared.
Your mom and your mom. My mom.
Your mom and
Mom power. Together we form as.
They're like, we're coming on the same time. I'll be there at 7:15. What time will you be there?
Wait a minute. I'm going to throw out my mom on this because my mom loves to tell the story about me mixing the shampoo.
Okay.
And we just told about the shampoo. So, Mom, I told them about me mixing the 5 to 6 different shampoos together, and then I believe it was Dad that washed his hair with it, and he wanted to kill me.
We coordinate well.
Yes.
Anyways, let's get to our topic.
I was about to. Thank you.
Hey, I think we should get to our topic if you want to stop talking about anything else.
Okay. Perfect.
So, anyways, the other day.
All right, bye.
And that's will be our last one.
No, we decided to go back through all our others.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about all 99 of them.
Well, we might skip some.
Well, no, to some degree, because we tried to come up with so many different things and we just couldn't come up with. I just said, well, why don't we just talk about the things we have tackled and laugh, because God, we laughed. I have to say, all 100. Oh well, even this one we're laughing at.
Yeah.
We've laughed pretty hard. I think even our worst ones has been the best. They're probably the worst for you guys.
There was one that we didn't because of the serious one.
Oh, yeah.
We've only done one series.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we're like, fuck that.
After that serious one became like, how was that? Oh, that was horrible. I come here to laugh. I didn't like this.
Yeah, I felt like really uncomfortable the next day.
I was like in the shower going, oh, boiling water. I was like, I'm so dirty. I had to couldn't say any jokes. I had so many. We're going to get kicked off. I can't do those anymore. No, so our first one was an introduction. So it was just us introducing ourselves, which I think we had 2 of those.
We kind of did like a reintroduce.
Yeah, later on when we actually videoed. And we weren't videoed yet because we didn't know how to do that quite yet.
We didn't want to do that quite yet.
So we just kind of, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Even though.
The first one?
Yeah. Because we were just.
Well, because we were like, I was like a fucking anxiety ball.
You were.
And then I was cool.
And it was weird because I remember you're like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm freaking out, man.
I was like, you were, remember? Yeah. And I was like, listen, sit down.
Take a breath.
Look right at me. And just talk. Don't worry about anything else. Because that's when we were still doing a live, out in the street. You remember? Remember the tripod?
I can see my toesies.
I can see your toes for free.
Right.
And
out in the street. And they couldn't hear us at all.
I know, they were like, what?
Right.
Yeah. My mom's like, was Jessie talking?
I saw her mouth move, but.
Yeah. She was signing. And that was a lot. But
and then the first probably 30 episodes were just all static.
I know. We had the worst wire.
Yeah.
That half the time we get it.
Okay,
perfect, we're good. And then you would touch the table and
yeah.
And be like, we're back to normal.
Yeah.
Which again we have to thank Ashley because she's the one who got us.
Because now we don't have to set up anything else.
I just have to charge them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
And
I have to charge them.
Right, because I will not.
By the way,
I'm glad we're good at
we talk about how many times, hey, do you have an extra tablet? Oh, yeah, it's all charged. Yeah, we're good. Get there. Oh, this, I need a good 20 minutes for it just to be able to think of turning on. Because I would get in and you'd be like, oh, I forgot to plug that in. It's fine. I was just on that 2 days ago. Oh, no, it's empty. Do you really?
It died. It's not even coming back.
You were on. And it was F you. We have no power source.
Right.
And then.
Okay, well, not this one.
Yeah, remember when you were running around?
Yeah,
run around the house.
Because I didn't think about it until it was like time to go on.
Trying to do it because the cord would be like
right. Beautiful.
And then we tried to do the sound machine.
Sound machine. Oh yeah.
And then
we're not even there yet. We're still like.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Well, I was just kind of go ahead. So our next one. Oh wow, you're just gonna skip like 10
Well,
minutes.
okay. Well,
just real quick, we ended up doing the movie Conspiracy. That was fun. That was more about the.
This is back when I actually like put descriptions for you.
Yeah, like you.
Now I just write the same thing. I copy and paste. Oh my god. Read the thing. If you're interested, not. Then nobody watches anyways. I don't care.
Ashley watches 6 times.
She knows what it's about. She doesn't need to read it. What's this one about again?
It's when she's cleaning, vacuuming.
Right.
Click.
She's not even home. It's just on repeat.
She's not even home. That's like her front light. Every time I drive by, it's always on. I drove by her house last night at 1:00 because I had to drop Shannon off, and I was riding by. I was like, "Oh, Ashley's out for late night." It's a school night too.
Maybe she was.
Yeah.
Oh, we did 2 parts of that.
Yeah, we did 2 parts, which was all about cartoons and stuff about the conspiracy, what people thought. That was actually pretty fun. Actually, I did learn a lot from that, like especially with the Rugrats and the theories. Some of them were really weird.
Deep.
Deep.
They're all dark.
Yeah, they were creepy. That was actually a fun one.
We talked about Harry Potter, which I didn't really care about.
Yeah.
Clearly.
She's like crushed on the other side. I remember that. Hey, do you need the movies? I'm like, no, why? Because, I had to borrow from Ashley.
Well, because it was on HBO.
Right.
And then I watched like the first 3. And then... No, I watched them all, back to back. Right. And then I was like, I don't know which one ended at where. And then you're like, yeah, this is the one where this happened. I'm like, but how far did it go?
Yeah. And then we decided to do each one.
Yeah.
We decided to do each one because when we did all of them, it just was too hard to do it in 1 hour.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing we learned. Oh, no, we hadn't learned this one yet. We haven't learned the hour time yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because it didn't matter because I didn't have that. Until episode 13.
I didn't start watching. Wait a minute, I can't read it.
I didn't start watching until after Harry Potter podcast. Yeah, you started probably last year, I think.
Yeah. When we had her as a guest star, she started. It was like, now I have to.
Yeah. Pretty much. But then HBO took it off when we started having episodes. Yeah. So then I was like, well,
now it's back on.
I don't know.
Yeah,
now it's back on.
Yeah, I know.
So I had to borrow them from Ashley.
Yeah, I remember that. And then we had Fears and Phobia. That actually was really interesting too. What? You don't remember this one? This is the one.
This is the one with the sharks and
every in the pool. No matter where you go, people have this certain fear. A lot of them were actually. I don't know. I try to have empathy towards it. I know I'm not afraid because I know I have my own demons.
Right.
So I was
but
some of them were like, really, you're afraid of those things? Yeah. But I think we all have our things. So that was actually pretty interesting. I actually like that one because again, I don't think we could read one of the proper names where we're like, what does it say?
Fuck if I know.
That's when we realized that. Neither of us are good at reading.
And the little lamb said this.
That's you still call me out. That's not what it says. Now I'm skipping the hard words.
Oh, sorry. Sharks are scary.
Yeah, no. Actually, one of the fears was if you jump into a pool in the deep end, that people have a fear that there's a shark in the pool. In the pool, not in the ocean, right, in the pool. And they're actually people who swim, and they swim as fast as they can out of the deep end because they have
Why are you going to the deep end then?
Yeah, I know.
That's what I want to know. Do they not come to the...
Yeah, maybe they think...
Shallow end?
Yeah.
Short
end? The low pool? We're not there yet. The low pool? The low end pool? Don't stop.
Sorry.
That's too early. Don't make me laugh.
No sharks in pools. They are the best.
No, there is a legitimate fear. I try not to laugh at that, but it's hard for me to think. Well, how did they get in through the filter? Like, how did they get in?
There's just a guy in a suit.
Did you see that meme where there's a guy who has a fin, right? There's a fin, and the guy comes up and just and then the guy comes out of the water, and there's a guy pointing, and then the guy comes over and he's like and then the shark comes out because it's wearing. It's like this 3-layer hat the shark's wearing. I don't know why I found that so funny.
Just hit you the right time, guys. And then we talked about serial killers.
Yeah, we did part 1 and part 2 of serial killer. That's the one who was like feeding. Remember, that's the one we had where he killed everybody, was feeding it to the neighborhood.
Yeah,
the ham as pork, like sausages and stuff. There was some
nasty shit in that.
Yeah, there was some actually. We had some pretty gory serial killers out of, we try to find the, not like the Jeffrey Dahmer things. Like we try to find the ones that were like super weird. Or there was another one who just stayed on the road and just killed, like back in medieval time, and just killed people. Remember that one?
News didn't spread around fast because it took 6 years just to get to your neighbor's house.
He's not here yet? Oh, it's only been 3 days.
Got some time. Then we did pet peeves, which we talk about pretty frequently.
Yes. I feel like that was all about driving.
I think so. And then you explained Star Wars to me. Sammy's a serial killer. I'm not a serial killer, but like serial killer.
I believe it. I believe she's a serial killer too. I see the way she
smiles. 1 in 4 people kill her.
Yeah. So
Anyways, we played Guess the Movie.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
That was fun.
We should do that again.
Somebody
else can curate it, and then.
Oh, we did the Star Wars. You skipped that, but
no, I said we did the Star Wars where you explained it to me.
I basically talked that whole time. You just were like, I'm still not going to watch it.
Pretty much. Then we did a Halloween special. We talked about Halloween.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of facts in that one.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty interesting. I feel like I learned. I feel like this podcast, there's certain topics I really walked away with wow, I actually know more than I thought.
Right.
Or the opposite. I know nothing about this, and then I land up.
And then there were some things that I knew that you didn't, which I thought I feel like you know a lot of things because you just listen to history and shit.
I do. That's all I do.
I'm like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know anything about anything.
This actually, my big thing right now is I've been watching World War II. I've been nonstop, like old, uncovered not videos, but not home videos. I don't even know how to explain it. Just reels that they found throughout the world, and they've had. Now, obviously, this is old. This is about 30 years old, where they still had officers alive talking that were in the movies that they found that were still alive, and it's been really interesting. But I'm a junkie like that.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, give me a good history.
Meanwhile, I'm watching fucking Shore for no reason because I've already seen it a billion times.
What, you gonna treat him like that?
But it's interesting to watch it now because I'm and we didn't see any red flags.
Yeah, you didn't notice that everyone's
fruitcake there. Yeah.
There is no logical there's times that I remember sitting with Jay Lee and watching the Jersey Shore and just being this doesn't make sense. What you're going to a nightclub, you're single, but yet you're dating someone there, and then everyone's mad. You're oh, you bought a drink. Yeah, I bought a drink for the girl in the house. I didn't buy a drink for a stranger. I can't believe you bought her. I'm no, she's our roommate. What's yeah. Who's that? Who is it?
That was a 19 Kids and Counting conspiracy show.
Oh yeah.
It was good. I was hoping for more.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm just going real quick. Yeah. Is it about the...
No, it's not about them. It's about the cult itself.
Okay.
But Jill Duggar...
Right.
Well, not Duggar anymore.
Yeah, no.
Jill and her husband, and then cousin Amy was on it.
Right, okay. So they didn't talk about the scandal that happened before.
They did.
Oh, they did.
But Jill only said so much because she doesn't want to
right. She doesn't want to reveal everything because I don't think she really wants to throw him under the bus like that.
No, and not necessarily that. It's just like she lived it. She's
right.
Like,
moved on.
She what's
she
the word?
Dealt with it.
Yeah, and like
she
moved on from it, right. And then now it like keeps getting thrown in her face.
Yeah, so like she's enough. Like enough.
She doesn't want to keep reliving.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's tough.
But anyways,
that's why I feel bad for the people like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, real quick on that, because they keep doing, or the serial killers, they keep doing like these old shit, like, and you're like, and then the not the fans, but like the people, the victims, their families, like, enough.
Right.
You keep saying her name over and over, his name over and over. That's my brother. That's like, and I actually have empathy towards them. It's like, isn't it bad enough you went through the case, you went through this, and then you have, like, like I'm just used Jeffrey Dahmer. You have almost like what? 40 years of just being reminded every 10 years that there's a new movie out, someone's playing them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like, who wants to be like represented as another serial killer? You know,
Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. Like, I don't.
Yeah. But anyways,
moving on. That.
Dad jokes.
Those were really stupid.
They were so stupid, but I love being a good dad joke. Good dad joke.
Yeah, I know. We had a few that we just. Well, we did really. We cheated. We wouldn't look at each other. So there were a lot of times we were like, "No, don't do it.
Don't look at me, and I won't look at you." And then we had the pride one. Is that the one where I tuned out?
No.
Oh no. That's the other one.
No. There is no other one.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, actually, the people who were on our live that day actually saw a live that we didn't put up.
That's right.
So I'll actually just push this to one. So Brian and I and you and the first one talked about pride, and we talked and asked serious questions. I thought they were pretty fair. Yeah. Like, between. I believe I talked about, the equal, what you guys are looking for, what is it hard, how did it feel coming out, like all that. And you guys really opened up, and it was great. I loved all of it, and I support all of it. And then, so kind of fast forward, we decided to do a second one because we decided to kind of go a little bit deeper. But as we went a little bit deeper, things didn't go exactly right. Brian and I didn't fight. We didn't argue, but we definitely got touchy over things. How's that? Questions were one way, or no, answers were one way. Is that fair? Or questions? Be fair about that, because you turned off a little bit, but it
got a little rowdy, and I shut down.
Right,
I shut down.
Not rowdy.
No.
Not. I don't want to make it that Brian and I even.
You didn't fight
at all.
But I tune out when things get too loud.
Yeah.
And then it's not that I tune out, I shut down.
It was the tone. We changed tones.
Mm-hmm. And I could tell there was tension.
Deeper.
But it wasn't
disrespect.
It wasn't disrespectful. It was just like you were trying to figure out an answer, and he didn't have the answer.
And his answer was not
answering. It wasn't a clear answer.
It was beating around a bush, and the answer was, and I have to keep saying it like this because what he landed up saying, we sat down together and that night decided that we didn't want any of this to be trade or someone to take it wrong because there was a lot of gray. That was too much gray. And so we decided not to even put it on, and we were way over time, and this is when we found out we can't go over an hour and 15 minutes. This
then I had trouble
because then you wouldn't download. So this is not this one, but part 2 was where we found out. And again, I remember saying this, there was no, we hugged. I remember a few times, I love you, Brian, I love you too, Niles, because we knew we were pushing, answers weren't coming out and questions weren't black and white. There was a lot of gray, and I did feel you disagreed a lot, and you just didn't know how to. You didn't want to disagree with Brian, but you didn't want to agree with the question either. Is that fair?
Yes. Yeah.
So it felt like you kind of went, ooh, Why
yeah, I was like, yeah,
and this is still in the beginning where you're not like now. I think
talk about it.
Like now, you would have been like, no, you're wrong, but this is more, like,
or like that's an interesting view on you. That's an interesting view, but this is how I feel.
Right, know? And you weren't that strong.
I was like, I don't even know what's going on right now. I was there, but I wasn't.
Yeah, like I mean, it's just so. And
I think you looked at me at one point and was like, "Okay, let's move on."
No, I didn't. It was so. I do remember Brian saying the answer, and answer,
and we both went.
And I looked at you, and you were looking at him like, "What did you just say?" Yeah. And like that doesn't even line up with all the things you've been saying over here. Yeah. So.
We love him.
He's homophobic.
Yeah, he's actually not gay.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke before it goes too far. Yeah. No, but so we decided. You said you could break it up. You're going to do this, that, and I said no.
Don't worry about it.
I don't think it's worth it.
And I think we had a backup anyways. Or
I didn't
we did something.
Yeah, it's not my job to make people like. I'm not the type of person that I want to make someone look like a fool. Mm-hmm. And I don't think his question made him look like a fool, but I could tell that someone
was going to perceive it
could take it differently and attack him on something that it was his view. And instead of, and again, not blaming you, but instead of you saying, okay, but in this case, and you could, this is my feeling. You didn't really do that. You kind of like shut down. Yeah. Because you were
I was in my fight or flight and I was.
You were out. You were turned off. Like you did to Kelsey. You just were like. Yeah. And I'm not making fun of her. That's her trigger. She just shuts right off, and you just get that blank face, and you're like, "You all right, Kelsey? You all right?" And that's what it was you. You were just like, "You all right?"
And then I was like in anxiety.
You were. I think you shut off, and I think you got teary eyed. I think you got teary eyed. You're like, "That's way too much." Like. I thought you two were going. Not that we were going to fight. We just got so tense. It was like because the more he answered, the more I don't want to say
push, but like you were trying to get the answer.
Wait, like this doesn't make sense. Yeah. Why are you saying like I'm? Yeah. What color is the sky? You know, and I'm just saying, it's pink. Wait, it's pink. Yeah. Like, are you sure it's pink? Or is it just pink for you? Is it pink for all of us? And it was like, no, it's pink. Yeah, I don't care. It's pink, and it was like, okay, that doesn't make like you're fighting for something else. Why are you? You're fighting for blue. Why is there pink? Yeah, is that fair? Yeah. Okay, move on that.
Anyways,
love you, Brian. Oh, wait a minute, he won't hear us 5 hours later.
And then Sam came on. She was a guest star. We did In My Last.
Oh yes, that was actually
still love
fun.
Those.
Yes, I do too. I have to say this. I love Sam. She's very opinionated.
Oh, yeah. So she'll tell you like that.
So like the second you're not even done with it, she's like, "Oh, this girl's a bitch." Like right away. Oh no! And I was so shocked because most of our guests aren't like they're very political or they're suave enough to be like, "I'm going to listen to this." You're right. And not Sam, she's like, so the wind blew in her hair. So wrong.
She's a whore. She's being blown.
And it's like, I remember being like, and I don't think
it's not that one, but the one with the owl.
Yeah. I don't even know what happened. The one with the owl, we'll just really quick. And I know it's later on, but we'll get there. We'll just skip that one. But right. But there's a part 2 to this where there's an owl. She talks about owl. You two blow up. Like you can't even read it.
It's the
second you say owl for a wedding, you two are shut down. She's like, "Oh, Dad, owl. What nerd is having an owl?" And I'm like, "Oh no." That was pretty funny.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
I know. That was really funny that night. People were like, we didn't see any. And if you haven't seen these, you should go back. Oh, yeah. Because there are some
audio
really...
is questionable. But...
Yeah, but it was some really funny.
I think we fixed the audio by this point.
No, not yet. Well, a little bit by then, because this is where we're really listening, trying to make sure, and then being like, "Don't touch the table."
I'll be back here.
I was like,
"Oh." And then we talked about our past, where you shared stories about your dad. I mean, my dad.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you wanted me to tell some funny stories about us, just me growing up and stuff with your dad, and how almost kind of how we know each other type of deal. That was a fun one.
Why don't we skip a couple?
Yeah,
and then we did a lot of movies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You just do that. Like we did a bunch of movies that we tried to do, and I didn't really. Oh no, we got to do that one. Then Brian came back to do theater.
Where are we? Oh yes.
That actually was really. I think my daughter listened to that 100 times.
She's probably our 32.
It's been viewed 32 times.
What are the comments?
Oh, I don't know.
I was head makeup for a school theater.
There you go. So it was actually because I did theater, he did theater, and it was nice to kind of talk about stuff. And it was just the theater life of like growing up theater, like in high school and middle school.
I kind of sat this one out because I was only in one play, and it was barely me in the play. I was in the chorus of the play.
I was a tree.
They were like, no, I was in the chorus. I wasn't even on stage.
No, in the wing.
No, we sat in the audience. Oh, we were like the first 2 rows, and we stood up and sang Christmas songs in between things.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you were so you weren't really in the play. You were like intermission people, singers.
Pretty much. Perfect. We were in between sets.
Perfect. We did that crazy news. That was funny. That was like Florida.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most of them were Florida.
All Florida, which was hilarious.
Family Feud. Oh, and then the Owl Ring Bear.
Oh, wait a minute. Lots of talks about my coffee addiction and...
It's like, what are you reading? I was like, which one's that one?
We did a whole podcast on your mom. No, actually, I don't think we really started talking about it until you showed up, Jane.
Probably.
Because I feel like we didn't really talk about
I don't know, let me go back and watch.
Believe it or not, we did a lot of like we did a lot of high school stuff. A lot of stuff that I did, or your dad, or something in school. And then we talked about stuff like that. I had more funny stories than you did in high school. I lived a whole different life in high school, I guess.
Giraffe swim.
Oh,
those are like fun facts, right?
It was fun facts.
5-second rule. That's what it was.
Yeah. The 5-second rule, that was funny. And then one was swim, and I said giraffe, and you're like, giraffes can't swim. And I was like, I can?
I don't know.
And you're like, I don't know. I was like, and actually, that is the one where your dad said I was right about something, and I should have got points for. I forgot what it was, but I remember he was
let's go back and watch.
We did the Family Feud. Part 2, which that was fun. We did some more movies. Oh, weird food combos.
Oh, yeah.
That was rough on me. Because no, you tried some.
I tried some.
You tried some, but you weren't going to. I remember you're like, I can't do it. But
I tried most of them.
Do you know I still eat watermelon with
mustard?
No.
Was it mustard?
No. Cumin. Right?
Cumin?
Yeah.
Chili powder.
Oh, chili powder. That's it. Chili powder. I'm like, wait, man, I have it at home. Why can I'm drawing a
It's red.
I'm like, yeah. Paprika? I put that on so I actually got a big, I'm not a big watermelon person either, but I got, Shannon's mom says, oh, we cut up all this watermelon and we have so much, it's going to go bad. Do you want it? And I'm like, because, I'm really picky with my watermelon.
It's got to be good.
So I'm like, all right. I took it home and I was like, and it wasn't really tasty. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, yeah. And I put the powder. I was like, oh, yeah, this is good. I ate the whole thing. Not in one sitting.
Sam and I share fruit because, I'll eat some. And
like, Brian, right?
Yeah. But, weird food was around the time I started watching regularly.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
But I'm like, I want grapes, but, I'm not going to eat all of these. Like, do you want to split them? She's like, yeah. And then it's like, or I have, the little oranges or whatever. I'm like, I can't eat all of those. So, we'll share.
one sitting, please. Clementine, I'm like,
I don't like peel.
I don't even eat. It's like I peel them and it's like I don't even break them up.
But like I go through a phase where I'm like, I need like a billion of these, and then there's things I'm like,
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like grapes are my worst enemy. I can't watching TV. TV, cold, crisp grapes.
Green or blue?
Green.
I mean,
blue. That's me on Friday nights. No. What grapes are you eating, Blue? You trying to tell us something? Yeah. Marriage life is not working.
Oh, is that mold?
Oh, got my penicillin for the night. I'm good.
Mom says she likes fermented grapes. Yeah, we all know that.
I've actually seen her stomping on them.
No, she wouldn't.
In the backyard. She's like, with the thing and it's like dripping out.
She doesn't go outside. Nice try.
She has an indoor one. That's what they changed the jacuzzi for. It's like it's a winery. She puts on the scarf and the dresses with the tie up, and she just stomps. Oh my God. You don't know. They built a new building, and one of those rooms could have been a winery.
Anyways, green or purple? I was a blue.
Green.
Okay, good.
Nice, crisp green ones.
Those are the best.
Yes, those are the best.
Put a little crystal light on there.
Oh yeah, I had that here.
Yeah,
that was good. Those were frozen, right?
Yeah,
those were actually really
they're good. Not frozen too.
Yeah,
crystal light.
Yeah,
just good. Anyways, we got the hottest chip challenge.
Oh yeah, that was
hot.
I'm going to say it was hot going in and hot coming out. Like, yeah, it was definitely no. Wait a minute. You forgot the most important one.
The highway low way.
Oh yeah, we did have the Reddit small town scandals. That was funny. Mm-hmm. And then we had. Now these were laws that are still legal in states that kind of doesn't make sense now.
Yeah.
And we started talking about horses not allowed to be on the highway.
Yeah.
And you said, are they allowed to be on the...
Well, not the low way, but the opposite of a highway. And you're like, yeah. Wait.
I know. Because I still to this day don't understand why they're not called, like, roads are just called lowways. Like... Because if we have highways, where's the lows? Like,
right. That's what I'm saying.
I
knew that wasn't the word.
I totally your mind and my mind. Like, see, I was down here, and you were like, "No, bitch, low waves," and I was like, "I see the light."
That way is 100% the best episode.
Yeah, that was the funniest. We couldn't stop laughing, and some of the laws were so stupid. They were so funny.
And then Mary came.
My mom wrote something.
Oh, yes, Ashley.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Yes, Ashley.
Yes. She's kissing up so she doesn't get hated by Ashley.
The man came and played Mad Libs with us.
Yes, which was a disaster because none of us knew what anything was. We're really bad at English. I don't even know why we even tried playing that game. We were like,
what's an adjective?
What's a verb?
I still don't know.
No, we were good like verb, nouns, and then it was like, what are these other ones? Like, there's more? Like,
adjectives is like the describing, right?
There was one. There was one. Remember, you were like, we had no clue. It was like, I don't know. I'm like, you're gonna have to ask your sister. You're like,
Ashley.
No one's watching us. So we were disaster.
Oh yeah.
That was probably the worst one. I felt so stupid. I went home, driving my kid home, going, I am an idiot.
I failed as a dad.
I failed as a dad. I failed as a human being because I was just like, turn this off.
Yeah, and then we had our one serious one.
Yes. What was our one series about though?
You were talking about something that happened online.
Oh, shooting.
Yes,
that's what it was. The shooting.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was another. It was another real. Like it was 2 in a row. I think it was. That was.
Yeah.
As much as I hated being serious that night. I feel like it needed to be said.
said.
Or at least we wanted to say it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it needed.
And you being
Why
like
going back down?
Because I need to go back to the other page.
Oh, I see. I'm like, what are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was funny to the comments because we had people write comments underneath certain things and we were doing. That was actually pretty funny. Yeah. Some people had some real we're going to try to do that again in the group.
Sorry, Grandma.
Oh, so
what do you mean? That's what we played.
Yeah, and
then we had a part 2.
It's amazing how the three of us bring out pure gutter and like we had just.
Well, the two of us are bad, and then
we had Brian. Yeah. It just became like we were like we all needed to take showers out. That was like was like even I was like, oh my god, your grandma watches this? I was like, oh geez.
At the time, she watched like occasionally, and then
she got better after that one. She was like, nope.
And then
Guns at school. Yeah, that was a serious one.
And then we watched some movies again, and then Grandma Part 2.
And then find the movie one's hard.
Because we have homework.
No, not just homework. It's just it's such an opinion.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch something. Like I watched on Netflix. They have that Eurovision, like with Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell is a 50-50 for me. It's hilarious or it's
horrible.
Horrible. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, don't watch that movie. That's stupid. And I was like, well, I've seen all the others and it's 50-50. I thought that was a great movie.
Yeah.
And I know it bombed and there's big actors in it. And it's like, and I get the meaning of it, but I don't think Americans got it because there's no Eurovision over there because it's about Iceland. And I don't think people got it. Mm-hmm. Like this is a legit thing that goes on over there. And it bombed, but I loved it. I thought that movie was... at the end, I was going... I was like, oh! Like I was a wreck. All right.
What was their big changes?
No. I actually don't remember.
Is that like when we decided to just say fuck it and we'll...
Oh, yeah, that was it. We were decided that we weren't going to have topics. And then we're just going to... No, not topics, but we're just going to talk more. Yeah. And just be ourselves and not be like A, B, C. Because I feel like that wasn't working for us.
No. We just need to.
Well,
last week we didn't even we had a topic.
I know we had a topic.
Anyway, so guess what I watched?
I love it. I was like, oh, and you know what the worst thing is? I was sitting there. I was like, I was literally sitting there going, okay, for 100th, what was last week's? What the hell did we do? I was like, oh, I know the topic. I have that in my thing. I was like, oh no, we never even turned that thing on. I was like, I actually had to look at our thing to be like, oh yeah, we did the old reality shows. I was like, I did no homework on that. Like that was just like what I remembered.
Yeah, I thought of a lot after too. I was like, dang it.
Part 2. We did our favorite TV shows. That was fun. We did game night again. I believe we did this with
Kelsey.
That did the whole crowd with Sam. Yeah.
That's it. We played Forbidden Words.
Yeah, that was the night that we tried to get.
And we had Kelsey to say clitoris, and she's like, I don't know that one.
Ubagata. We're like, what? Men can't find your ubagata. You know what? The thing in the throat. Remember she said it? I was like, when's the last time I made the ubagata? What's it called?
Uvula.
No. Really? No. Well, the thing that hangs in the back of your throat. Mm-hmm. Is it? All right. I'm close.
It's the ubagata. Let me get it.
I'm Italian.
Save the crabs.
Save the crabs. The next best things. It was another facts night. And we were talking.
Oh, we were playing New Phone Who Dis.
What's that?
We were playing a game.
What game were we playing?
New Phone Who Dis.
No.
It was, yes. New Phone Who Dis.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it was like, you had a card that put down and we'd have like a reply to it.
Right.
And then Grandma has crabs or something like that.
And I gave the facts about crabs.
In the arms of
because they're actually becoming extinct.
Yeah.
Because women are now shaving. So crabs, there is a museum that actually has a thing of crabs with pubic hair.
Just like two tufts of hair just
in the arms of the angel. What do we say? For 69 cents a month, you too can support the crabs.
Save the Crowds is definitely top 5.
Yeah, that definitely was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did another movie.
We did a lot of movies. Would You Rather?
Would You Rather?
Asking
that one,
deep questions.
Asking deep questions were pretty good.
Yeah.
Because we decided we had to answer them. Mm-hmm. And we couldn't skip them.
Yep.
Ghost Stories was real ghost story. That actually, like...
I'm glad I didn't title this one. I had no idea what that one is. And there's no description, so...
Perfect. We nailed it on this one. No, this is when we were talking about ghost stories and freaky things that happened to us.
Oh, yes.
And we're talking about, like, me talking about my bad sleeping at the time. Mm-hmm. And that
the sleep paralysis.
That I read all about it, got over it.
Here back in.
And then it came back. Yeah. That actually was a very scary night. I would tell you, I'd give you $1 million if something crawled into my bed that night. I would have. Yeah. There'd be no doubt. Yeah. I was that scared.
And then Blue Ball, Pennsylvania is 15 minutes away from Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
So this was funny names of places, and I love the fact that you got at one point really.
What the fuck is that?
That's some good breaks.
Wee! Oh my God,
that was a kid on the scooter. Wee!
Yesterday, Kelsey did something. Sorry, your podcast got better once I started. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Kelsey said something about, or maybe she like made a weird noise or whatever. I was like, what? I was like, oh my God, did you ever? Just kidding, you don't know the movie. And it was Princess Diaries 2 when he's making doing her wedding hair. At one point, he made her hair look like fire. That was a Prius backing up.
Perfect, Jade. Perfect.
But he was doing the hair or whatever, and at one point it made it look like she looked like a moose or whatever, and she was like, I look like a moose. And he's like, yes, but a very cute moose. Make all the boy mooses go, wah, wah. So I showed her the clip, and she's like geeking out. I'm like, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I'm like, so I'm just going to go up to you now and go, wah.
So I love the fact in this one, you want, after I told you the places, because I believe it was 50, yes, and you had to find how many miles from A to B, whatever it was, and it was really fun. We really got into it because it was the funniest.
I was like, yeah. What's the next one?
I was trying to say facts, and you're like, where's the next one? Where's the next one? That's Carolina. We're almost to Georgia. Hold on here.
Right. How close is that to Intercourse? Or are we gonna get blue balls here? Letters to Santa.
Oh, that's with Brian.
Yeah.
That's the one with I oh my gosh. The one with the Santa where the kid keeps writing back to Santa.
Yeah.
Like telling
with
Santa
food?
off.
Yeah.
Like, I will sit next Christmas hunting you down. I'm like, oh.
Toilet only for disabled, elderly, pregnant children.
Those were the bad signs. Yeah. The bad signs. That was really funny.
What color is your underwear? Oh, questions you want to ask the
questions too. Like we had to answer questions.
You're alluding to a cop.
Yes. Now we're talking about my stupid. I got pulled over when I was 19, and he says I was alluding. I'm going 25. Like how do you lose a police officer going 25? And I swear, was
that your brakes?
That's me stopping at the light.
Catch this bitch.
Wee! Hold on, we're going to 25. This cop is not going to get me.
Mom arming your passenger. Wild ride. Hold on. Make sure your seatbelt.
Hold on! We're taking the stop sign fast.
Well, 25 miles an hour to turn? That's kind of bad.
Well, I stopped, and then I got to get back up to 25.
All 18 wheels around that.
Wheels?
Do you ever get behind somebody, and they're like in a Prius, and it takes
don't even.
All 18 wheels around that curve, buddy.
Don't even go there. This just happened to me, where Not joking. They stopped in the middle of the road, and they were just like... I felt like I was in the Matrix.
I was behind you.
They were like, I'm crying. I'm like, oh.
Everyone else is like, zing, zing, zing.
The rest of the world's going like 100, and we're going minus 100.
Minus?
It's like, you're going back. I swear to God. All I heard was Shannon go, now calm down, calm down. I'm like, what is taking so long? And then I found out someone was pulling out of a spot. So we had to wait for the guy to back up, drive forward, and then he decided it's big enough for an 18-wheeler to pull in parking lot, but we had to stop.
Anyways, we'll
okay, see, you get me on a tangent.
I have 4 boys, all girls. This is my AI writing.
That was so funny to read. They were all so bad.
And then you were molested by a stink bug.
Yes. Yeah. It's over there. Oh no, just leave it alone. It's fine. It's over there. It's fine. Over there. It's fine. Oh my God! I was like, what? And of course, this is me. I kept running from my shoulder. I'm like, I was that old man.
I'm out. Like, I left.
You left. You were squeaking on the airplane.
That was me. What episode was it? With the truck.
Oh, no, what was the one with the guy drilling underneath our feet? Remember that?
Yeah, but the one with the truck and Ian was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this truck. We're like...
And then Ian was just not helping.
Ian's like, what's going on there? We're like, nothing. Hold it together.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
When the F is chilly when we were 5 hours behind.
Oh, that is the F funniest episode. When you were like, oh, hey, it's Brian. What time is there? And he's like,
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? And then you're like, tomorrow? In the morning? I'm like, wait a minute, is it like a 3-hour delay? You know, and you're like, no, it's 5. He told me I had to drive 5 hours early. And I love the fact I'm his guardian. In case something happens, I'm going to fly.
Right.
Will you have a passport? No.
I'll figure it out.
Where are you going? Oh, I thought it was in Africa.
I'm not the one driving the plane. Okay.
That was one of those moments where
I'm sweating.
We couldn't get off of it. We couldn't get off of you the 5 hours. We were like, was it your mom said it? No, who said it? I think it was your mom.
Said what?
They're in Chili restaurant.
Yeah. It's the best Mexican restaurant out, you know.
Him and his boyfriend is at Chili restaurant going 5 hour difference.
In Middletown. The worst place is to get horny.
Oh, that's never a good thing.
When I was just in a silly, goofy mood.
Oh yeah, you were really.
I was just like off my rocker, out of pocket the whole night.
I know, I couldn't even finish anything. I was just like, and this happened.
You're like, okay, I read 3 words.
I was like, can I finish? No, not yet. Hold on, there's more. You should have just done the stand-up. I should have just left.
I don't need you today. This is my show.
I still don't remember what episode with the guys. It was for the plumbing.
Yeah.
It was like,
we're like,
we could feel it on our feet.
And then it ended just as we were done. So thanks for that.
What's the one with
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe. What do you remember the episode when the what was it? The fire trucks were like, and we're just sitting there going,
wait.
That, and we had people watching us one time. Remember, we look up and they're like right here. Remember?
Yeah. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I'll just be sitting here and they're like looking and I'm like,
well, you're naked and you're doing smoking a cigarette.
Well, I mean, I'm in my own house.
Most people close the curtain.
Oh. Is that what I'm doing wrong? Or is that what I'm doing right?
Right. That's why you have the OnlyFans. You get paid the big bucks.
Right. I wish. I need to start.
And whatever. Where? And then now we're at the 99 already.
Yeah. He made an ordinary fight look like a prayer meeting. And that was like the old Western saying. Those are hilarious.
Those were. I have more. That's what we were supposed to do that night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, finish those up. Oh, that was really funny, though. Some of those.
The Yo Mama ones? Or like the
yeah. Those were
Geeking.
really, really funny.
Well, and that's all the time we have for today, so bye.
Really?
No.
I'm like,
damn.
Damn, we're good. Perfect. What was
let us know what you want to see us in the future. We got like 100 more than us at least, right?
Yeah, at least.
It's probably like my max though, like 200.
I don't know.
Just kidding. Might not be alive by then.
It might be
the way the economy's going, nothing might be around.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy out there.
And the smoke and everything.
This is crazy.
You might all die from that.
I know. What was it?
You see pictures of New York?
No, but I heard that it was orange. But a couple of days ago we had it, and early in the morning it was orange like that. It did clear up though, but it was really like that wasn't us though.
No, but like that was kind of us.
Yeah, but we had like a red tint to our day in the beginning, and I was like, oh man.
Last Thursday, I was walking around the gym with my friend, and we're like, "Is there something on fire over here?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's probably Chick-fil-A over there." I was like, "Yeah, probably."
Want to go?
I saw a blue sky for a minute. Say, "Oh, good for you."
I saw some blue sky actually at the house, like at 1 or something like that. I mean, it didn't last for like forever, but it was long enough. I don't know. It is kind of scary though.
Yeah.
It's just
how big is the fire? Obviously big enough for it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have zero clue. I don't watch the. I find the news.
Either. That's what I'm asking.
I find like the news is a Debbie Downer, so I don't watch it at all. I also, I don't want to say I trust the news. It's just the news isn't what it used to be when I was a kid. So I feel like it's a different thing. Like they talk about stuff that I would never care about. Like in my day, we wouldn't talk about
3.3 million
hectares of land, larger than the state of Maryland.
Jesus, I guess that makes sense for how
much smoke is coming. But they keep calling for rain, and we get like a second of rain, and then it we need a good day of like constant rain, like a good rainfall. I feel like I'm officially that old person. Like, we need that good rain. Not the poor, the constant rain.
Yeah.
The one that makes my knee hurt for 3 days.
I can feel it coming. It's going to rain in about 3 minutes from now.
That's not my knee.
Rain hits my body. It hits her body. It's like
concussion. I like picture with your mom go out in the water, just go back in the house. Can't go out to the
no.
She's like soaked.
Like a big wave.
Your dad's like, what happened? He's like, rain hit my body. I'm sorry, Jane. I'm sorry. That's all.
Rain hits my body. Stupid autocorrect. She's gonna fix it.
I'm sorry, Jane. I'm sorry. I just get a picture. Gary, like walking up the stairs. What happened to you? Rain hit my body.
I need like 6 more surgeries.
Blow up mini cap. Better watch out. You don't go out there. It's going to hit your body too. You got a bad shoulder, Gary. Easy.
My dad's like...
He's going to wear his hat.
He's like out there like...
Gonna wear his fancy hat. Oh, no. Come on, poor guys. That was funny. That was funny. I feel like this is what the show is.
At least 10 more surgeries.
At least 10 more. Yeah, I know. I feel like this is what the show is, but it's usually me saying something stupid.
Yeah. We didn't start our podcast with, or before. We didn't have a silly bee right before. Like we usually like cry laughing before we even start.
That's the big thing that we do. I don't know why.
It's always
and
happened.
she'll set up the camera, and we always do the same lame joke. Is this straight? And you'll be like, not bad for a game.
I never ask.
Yeah, like, you know, like...
We're good, right?
Yeah, but usually say the same joke, and I'll go, haha, and then something said. Like, at that second, you're about to hit the button, and then something will happen, and then I have to be, like, trying to compose myself to get back into... Because I feel like you have to cut a good, like, minute off of this, usually?
No, it's usually, like...
30 seconds.
Not even 30
because
seconds.
I'm sitting there going, what did you say?
I don't even know what I'm saying. It just like comes out. You know what I mean?
It's like the rain. You know? Just hits you.
Not the rain. I just pictured something. I'm good.
I need a cigarette.
I miss that guy. Not really, but
I know, I miss that guy. There was a guy, he had the comb over, and I swear he would have a cigarette and just stare at us and be just like...
Right.
And we would always be like, why is this guy at some gay girl's house? I feel like we should do an entertainment show of the world, because we can narrate
everyone. We should just sit outside for a podcast one day and just we'll go to the park or something. Yeah.
And just people talk and just be like,
what do you think that guy's saying? That guy's definitely
but the problem is the camera's on us, and
that's fine.
We need to
for them. I'll go live and you go live at the same time, and we'll can you split? Can you add somebody? You can add somebody, right?
Yeah, easy, because last time you almost had Ashley.
We can
picture her like in a t-shirt and underwear going, can you guys really see me? You're kidding, right? Or she's vacuuming.
So then we'll go live.
She doesn't know. She's not even there. It's like, Ashley? It's like an empty room.
We leave and we just leave her on the podcast. Okay.
This is the silliness we get into.
Yeah, this usually happens beforehand.
Yeah, I know.
All right. You want to think about it?
All right, it's about that time.
That's right.
All right. This is for our 100th. We'll get you 101.
I guess.
Yeah,
if you guys want to leave, I guess that's fine. Actually, you have to stay. Sorry.
She's like, I want to be the first man off the boat.
She's like, oh, you guys are done?
She was gone like 20 minutes ago. All right, guys.
I was teaching on a computer when I first started watching your podcast.
Oh, yeah, because it was the lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
That's why. She had nothing better to do.
Well, she wasn't watching us.
I know. She had nothing better to do, and she still played them.
True.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the 100th. Bye. Clink.
Bye.
I'm not even going to say Tuesdays and Thursdays. You should know by now.
Yeah. You show up or don't, I guess.